Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing on this beautiful day? We got Mark Nugent in the house. What's up, brother? We got Steve in the house. What's up? How you guys doing? Hope everybody's getting to burn some nitro. Finished getting set up. Hugh's in the house. Are we still salty today, Hugh? Or are we in a better mood, brother? Molds RC, what's up? How you doing? It's nitro time, yes sir. No, not as missed as yesterday. Not as salty as you were yesterday. That's good. Lotus is in the house. What's up? How you doing? Like I said, finishing setting up my computer here, so give me just a sec. Sorry guys, I had to read an email real fast. I got an email that's supposed to come to me that's time sensitive, and if I don't hit it fast enough, it disappears. So I just had to read real quick to make sure we was good. Almost there. Fly High Ireland, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Thanks for coming back and joining us. Hope everybody's having a good day or evening, morning, wherever it is you're located. Big Boys Toys, what's up? Sorry for all the nose issues, my sinuses. For whatever reason, this last few days have just been going crazy. Hell yes, welcome back everybody. Today we are going to find out why this thing is covered in oil. I mean, I got a feeling it's a leak somewhere, but finding that leak is half the battle, right? Let me give me a drink real quick. $16 viewers and only 5 likes. I'm hoping at least half of you just forgot. But if you don't want to do it, it is okay. All right. this last night. What's up, Rinks? How's the king of nerds doing? TK18, what's up, brother? Rear exhaust gasket. Maybe. I really don't know. I mean, it's the whole thing's covered. It's spitting it out everywhere. But I checked the head bolts, and they were still tight. The carburetor the carburetor was seated. So I don't know. I mean, it's a good possibility it's coming out of that rear gasket. I'm hoping it's not too hard to locate it. Hey, Grandma, how's it going? I'm doing great. Yeah, bad sinuses. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I figured coming down here where there's not much greenery, it would be better, but nope. I'm just destined to, to be a sinus mess. Fly High says yes from Ireland. I think you're our first person from Ireland. We've had some UK, Australia. I think Richard B's from the Netherlands, if I'm not mistaken, and now Ireland. So that's freaking awesome. I think we even had a South American at one point, and there's probably a couple others in there. But welcome all from around the world. Doesn't matter where you're from. We appreciate Rubber Seal has split. It might. I'm kind of hoping it's an easy fix, easy find, easy fix. That's really nasty there. Yeah, it's nice here. I mean, of course, it's Phoenix. You know, it's desert. It's always nice but hot. See, I don't know how well you guys can see. See all that shiny in there? I mean, this thing is just wet. Like I said, I checked the head bolts. They were tight. Hell, it's even here on the other side. But I mean, if you look up around the head gasket, it doesn't seem like it's real wet up there. I'm wondering if it's that back plate. Hoping not, but won't be coming from your carb if it's oil. Yeah, I mean, good point. I was wondering if it was in here, but it's like I couldn't see like a definite wet spot from bearing. I mean, it's possible too. So, all right. Let's dig into it and see what we got. All right, if anybody else pops in and I haven't said hello to them, just yell at me. And I'll come in and say hi. So basically the first thing is we're going to peel this bad boy up. Always looks like the bigger size. It is the bigger size. That's what I thought, but it wouldn't fit. Yeah, this whole car needs a good bath. Yeah, I'd even like it was leaking out the bottom. Like this thing just covered. JW, what's up? How you doing, brother? Mostly front of engine. Well, let's get a better look at it. I mean, it's everywhere. Whoops. Wasn't important. So I don't know how you guys keep up with the like the RC racing that goes on. But my buddy, well, I probably don't know him well enough for him to think of me as a buddy, but the guy that runs the track that I've been going to, AJ Schumacher. Congrats. I don't know exactly what all he got, but I know he ended up first place in a couple of different things. But the picture that they were showing on Facebook, I couldn't completely read the placard. But he had a good weekend. He ended up getting some I don't know. I hate to say he did something that he didn't do, but it was something to do with Truggy. Come on, get out of there. You better give me some blue paper towels going here. Oh, guess I better show you guys this too. I had a package show up today. MBX8 E2145 rear arms from a Mugen. Anyways, starting to get low on paper towels. For some reason, why are you guys talking real cars? Let me see the bottom of the chassis. The bottom of the chassis? So there's the bottom side of it. And then, like, actually, the bottom of it. I mean, it's like a pond of oil. It's everywhere. Just hope it's not something catastrophic. I hope that it just something came loose. I mean, it's like this thing is wet. I mean, it wasn't like revving real high, like it had a bad, a bad leak in it. Because I've had a cracked case where when it got warm, it would just rev and act stupid. Like this was just doing a little bit. So I'm thinking it's maybe just a seal somewhere. Master shut down, so there's something that's definitely. Oh, you're talking about the engine. Mine did that, and it was gasket, but yours may not be. Yeah, I've been thinking it might be the gasket. Okay, change your rear gasket first. You're right. Like I was hoping it would be something obvious around here, but I don't see anything that's truly obvious. So we're just gonna hope and pray. So, Harbor Freight, $1.99, lifetime warranty. Makes a great spring puller. Come on. Get off of there. Well, if it is a damn gasket, it won't let go. Ugh. It's got a couple of tiny little nicks in it. I'd say that's probably a good culprit. What do you think? Gonna say that's not it. Check the head bolts. Yeah, I did that the other day when I was at the track. I made sure they were tight. After every gallon of fuel to stop this from happening. Oh, change it. Yeah, that's a good point on the every gallon of fuel. I'm just gonna check the bolts again, make sure like nothing's obviously loose with that. We're gonna pretend like it's the gasket anyways. Oh, I threw it on the floor. I think I'll just strip it down completely and clean it real good. Make sure that nothing was loose. But I mean, the amount that's on there, like I've had it drip out of here before, and it'll make a mess like right below it. But I've never seen it coat the engine. I'm thinking it is going to be that gasket. I mean, it's either that or this back plate has sprung a leak. But I can't tell by looking at it. What do you guys think? Would there be something obvious around that back plate? Probably hard for you guys to see, but it's like I don't see anything that truly stands out. UK same front bearing. Or, sorry, Fly High Ireland. Look like on camera. Anyway. What was that? Was it running? No, Lotus, it wasn't really running funny. It was running really good. Excuse me. But like I've had leaks before, like a crack in the block, where it once it got warmed, it would just rev up really bad and like wouldn't stop. This would only do it when I was like running on the track, and then you'd get a little bit of that rev. But as soon as I would stop it and kind of calm it down, it would just stop doing it. Like if you see between the carburetor and the head, like there's a ton of oil in there. A2, what's up? How you doing, brother? If backplate leaking, engine would be cutting out. Okay, then it's not that. I'm gonna say it's probably more than likely the rear gasket, the exhaust gasket. We're gonna completely strip this thing down and make sure nothing super bad was happening. Yeah, we're gonna have to take it to the sink and just scrub the shit out of it. It might even be that front bearing. So if it's the front bearing, will it run mostly good and rev a little bit? I don't think I've ever had the front bearing completely leaking and messing with the tune. and blowing fuel all over it like that. Send it to me, I'll figure it out. I promise it comes back. Sure. I'll send it to you for free and you cover the shipping. How about that? Hello, baby doll. How's it going? I'll also send it back after no light left her bearing, right? Yes, it will do that. So yeah, it could be the front bearing in it. Good thing is, I should be able to still get bearings for this. I might even still have a good front bearing. Alright, let's see here. It's so nice having a fan, but I wish you would quit blowing my damn paper towels around. Promise one day soon I'm gonna have a new 2.0 driver. I promise. It's gonna make things so much easier. That's crazy if it is coming out of that front bearing, how it just wraps itself around the entire engine. This thing is still a pain in the butt to get out. Put a ceramic bearing in it. Y'all, I'm gonna locate a ceramic bearing. I know they're on, like you can get them pretty much anywhere. It's just a matter of being able to pay for it. Is it like 40, 50 bucks for the set? God, that thing is tight. Jesus. Wants me to put a tool on it, but I don't want to put a tool on it. I wish I had like a pair of pliers with the plastic jaws on it. Yes, but they last a long time. Yeah, I know. That's what I need to do for sure. Nice engines, I change bearings and connect them out every 10 gallons. How many gallons you get out of your engines? Take a clutch off. Well, I'm gonna take it completely apart, and I want to get the piston and sleeve out before I take that off. But yes, that is the plan: is to get down to that and see if there's a big puddle of oil behind it. For sure. All right. I'm gonna have to do this the wrong way because I don't have the right. I don't have the right tools. What I want to do is break the seal though. There we go. That was nice and easy. I didn't mar it up. Looked like there was a little bit of oil up at the top of this, but I couldn't tell if it was spitting it out from there or not. Yeah, I was really disappointed Sunday when this thing started spitting oil. That car was hooking up nice. I was clearing some of those triples that I couldn't clear with the Mugen because I didn't have the right grip. You know, I couldn't get the car going. But the tires that I had on this, they were the Proline Detox. They were blue, so was that soft? Yeah, it was running really good, and then all of a sudden I started noticing the oil on it, and it was trying to lean out on me a little bit, so I figured something was loose. And I said, it's time to shut her down. There's a bunch of oil up on the inside edges of this. And I guess that could be coming from anywhere. Like I was wondering if it was coming out of my head here. I mean, it's hard to tell because everything's covered in oil. I tell you what, if I don't have a bunch of drops pool coming out of there, I'm gonna say maybe it was coming out of here. So I don't know if I just didn't get it tight enough. Or what the deal is. Still pretty clean. It's a nice cut on these Alpha sleeves. Need to turn the volume down. Oh shit, sorry. Let's see. Sounds like a bad bearing or seal to me, but I don't know anything. Oh, you know plenty. Go plug, have a crush gasket? No, it's a turbo. And there's no oil around here. This is all dry. That was the first place I looked when I noticed oil starting to collect around it. What's going on, Raw? How you doing, brother? 2 or 3 speed needle. It is a 3-speed. I've had the 3rd needle O-ring leak on cars before. It's the largest bore or something. Yeah, so the carb, like there's the mid-speed needle. Come on, focus. I've had that leak on the Savage, and when it was leaking on the Savage, it was blowing fuel out, and I didn't see that the other day. No, it doesn't really mean anything. But I wasn't seeing anything obvious, let's put it that way. Too clean for the top end. Yeah. Turbo plug, need to know washer. Exactly. All right. I'm just curious. Still in the. Oops, wrong way. Still in the break-in process. Still got good pinch. Like, I'd have to push really hard to get it up above that. I mean, it'll go a little further, but I'm not going to force it. So we still got good pinch, which we should have because it's a new engine, or new piston and sleeve anyways. Let's see what we got in here. I may have to heat this up. Nope. Brandon Watts, welcome to the Nitro Addiction. Hell yeah, yes sir, brother. Appreciate you joining in. Hell of a guy, hell of a guy. Everybody welcome our newest member to the membership club. Whoops, flywheel puller. See if your bearing is damp. Oh, you're talking about once I pull this off? Let's go, Brandon. Can we still do that? Yes, we can. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it. Hell yeah, you can still do that. Dude, that whole, I don't know how many people actually seen that NASCAR race. Yeah. I think they're saying, let's go, Brandon. No, they were clearly saying F. Joe Biden. Man, that was so funny. That reporter tried so hard. Alright, well, it kind of came apart a little quicker than what we thought. I mean, it's got a little bit of oil residue on it, but like I've seen them like drip out, and it wasn't, you know, the bearing itself wasn't bad. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, because this thing is just freaking covered. And granted, this is only like the second time I ever ran this engine. I just got it broke in a couple weeks ago. Or is it dry? It was a little dry. I was watching that race live. The one down in, what is that, Thornhill? If you're talking about the race that I was talking about. Yeah, it's cool. I've never actually known any big time racers, and I'm actually hanging out at the track of one of them, so I figure why not learn from the pros, huh? Doesn't mean I'm going to get any better, but I mean, the bearing's smooth. See, ain't nobody got huddy money. I normally just use my copper hammer. Huddy makes a good one, Hugh. A good what? That's the first time I've seen a flywheel puller for RC, like a gear puller. And I use this thing all the time on here. Yep, good old Huddy. This thing was like $6. Literally $5.99. Says Huddy flywheel puller. It's a pretty cool tool. Was the inside of the clutch bell and the shoes wet? I don't know if you guys, how well you can see that. Man, I'm so far away from the light. Like, not excessively. I don't think anything got to the shoes. Yeah, I mean, there's very little on the inside of that. You know, you can always expect a little bit of oil leaking out. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad if a little bit. Well, that might be a little excessive, I don't know. I mean, hell, if what did come out was excessive, it's probably already ran down and dried by now. Yeah, so the collet is covered in oil. It might be the front bearing. Let's see the crank. All right, give me a sec. What carbo rings look like? That would be plastered if front bearing was gone. That's what I was thinking. I mean, like, this has a little bit on it, but I've seen that before. You know, it doesn't look like it's not dripping. I've seen it drip off there. I've pulled this off and there was like a big drop at the bottom of the bearing. During a pit stop, did it get overfilled maybe? No, I mean, I splashed a little bit. You know, the tank, the top of the tank itself is covered, but I did not splash that much. I mean, that shit's expensive, dude. $50 a gallon. I'm going to be a little more careful than that. All right, so you wanted to see the crank? So I don't know how many of you guys have watched RW Mods. He did a review on this engine and talked about how for these Alphas, the Dragon, instead of putting the slug here, they put it here. There you go. All that brass in the ramp, that's their version of the slug. Was there anything else that you were wanting to see with that A2? Either your carb seal or rear gasket on the engine. I mean, there's a lot on this carb. And I don't have an O-ring to replace this. I don't think. But I do have some gasket sealer that we can throw on that. And I need to get a O-ring kit. Yeah, I'm thinking if that front bearing was bad, like it would just be soaked. I mean, because I've pulled them out before and there's a drop just hanging down below the flywheel and the case. And I did not see that here. Wouldn't be a pipe leak fuel line. I've checked. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. This thing's so nasty. All right, you get out of the way. You get out of the way. Out of the way. Out of the way. Like, there's no obvious cracks in it. And I mean, I've had cracks in the line before, and like it just sits there and revs up. This just had like a slight rev when I was driving it, and then when I would stop it, it would stop, and I could actually like richen it a little bit and get it to completely go away. Seems like every time I've had a crack, like it just keeps revving up and you can't get it to go away. But, I mean, I don't know for sure. That's what buggies look like when I buy them. I want to sell it. No, I like my Technos. Kind of regretting selling the two that I did to Jay, or trading them. But at the same time, I got cool monster trucks for it, so it's not really that bad. But yeah, I like my buggies. That Team Associated is pretty badass. What's going on, Jason? RCX, what's up, brother? How's everybody doing? That carb is that soap. Has to be coming from there. I mean, I was kind of thinking the same thing. It seemed like the majority of the fuel was in the front, and then just kind of like, you know, plastered itself around the engine just from driving it. But by the time I noticed it, like everything was covered. It was hard to pinpoint where it was coming from. I'm gonna have to search for my gasket sealer or pick some more up. I know I had some. And with all the moving around and whatever, I might have left it at the house. But yeah, we're definitely gonna seal up that carb. Because yeah, I mean, as covered as this thing is, I mean, I'd kind of suspected it coming from there. Just not really for sure. And it was seated all the way, but that O-ring probably shot. It's not quite O anymore. Let's see. I measure the crank where it meets the inner block bore and at least see if it's consistent or if your finger catches any grooves. Oh, and like it coming out the shaft? Like I'm not noticing anything. It's so hard to see anything if you don't just zoom in. All right, zoom. Yeah, there we go. Of course, that right there is where the bearing sit, right there on that inner edge. But I think we're good in that aspects of it. I'm gonna do some measuring. Yeah, exactly. RCX, that carb is soaked. Yeah, I think it's the carb as well. I mean, it's consistently 6.9 around this this smaller portion of the shaft. So I think that's good. I think it's the carb. Are you able to see my post? Which post is that? Are you talking about the link that you sent me with the back plate? That somebody, I think Tasty B was having issues getting it out? Because I've seen a few different links. At least don't look the part if it's slow. Oh, messages on here. I mean, you're a mod. You should be able to post a link. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm just seeing some comments up above here. Brandon says, "So dudes, I'm getting into racing for the first time. What's a good starter nitro 8th buggy?" For me, it was this. This is an older Techno. This is the .3, and I was running the Mugen MBX 8. Those to me are good starters. I mean, if you go anything RTR, there's a few of them that'll hold up to the abuse, but if you're gonna hit a track, your best option is to find a good used one that at a reasonable price. Something just about any of them are good, and pick one up that way. It's cheaper. Replace some of the parts on it. Have yourself a base to kind of go off of. That's just how I do it. Everybody does things a little bit different. Yeah, exactly. That rear gasket did look awful wet. I mean, between that and the carb, I think they're both good candidates. It's filthy. Lotus likes that word. Northeast Mods, what's up? Just trying to find out where the oil's coming out of. All right, Hugh, have yourself a good one, brother. Put a Traxxas carb on. Oh yeah, perfect. That's Alpha. I'm sure Ryan Lutz would have an O-ring rebuild kit on his site. Oh, I'm sure he does. I definitely need to look. So has it been leaking for long, or all that happened quickly? I just had this engine out of the buggy, torn apart, and then I put it back in last week on one of the lives. So no, that just happened this weekend. I don't know if I didn't get something, and to be honest with you, when I was messing around with it, I did put a little nick in the boot, the gasket, but I didn't think it was bad enough to do that. But maybe I was wrong. Kit used for beginner racer. Yeah, exactly. A2. That worked for me. May not work for everybody, but I really enjoy the kits that I've gotten. I mean, even the older ones. Most of them are still better than RTR. RTR is a good basher, but if you're going to do a bunch of laps around a hard track, and trust me, you're going to crash. These things, they're tanks. No matter what brand they are, they're all freaking tanks. All Aspects, what's up? I was leaning towards a kit. You got any kits in mind, Brandon? You've been a novice. I went with a brand new kit so I could build it and learn how to fix it when I break it. That's not a bad idea either. If you can afford it, there's nothing wrong with going with a brand new kit. Doesn't mean you're going to be, a badass with it, but they are fun. At least from 2011, it should do the job. Oh yeah. Yes, it will, my friend. Get this dirty bitch out of the way. I'm just get grease all over my nose. One of my shocks is leaking too. Good thing I got that new Techno. I looked at so many in the last week. I definitely want something new though. What's your budget range? Because that might have a lot to do with it as well. And then what fuel are you gonna run? Because certain buggies run off of 20-25%, but they don't like 30% unless you add a shim to it. So you just gotta watch out what you buy and what you use and all that good shit. $1,000 all in. Oh hell, you can get all kinds of good shit with that. You could get the kit 1 week, and then the next week, save up a little bit more and get the engine. You can do all kinds of shit with $1,000. What pipe are you running with the Alpha? This is the Alpha Dragon 2159. I don't know if you can read it. It's kind of dirty, but yeah, I got this a year ago. There was still, I don't know what year they released them, but it was still pretty new at that point. I did go with the Mugen VX8R Eco. It's tough as shit too, and it fits the way I drive better than the Technos I had. Dude, I tell you what, man, I really like that Mugen, but it's been hard trying to get it tuned into this track. That freaking Techno just hugs the track, man. I've had way less issues with driving the Techno than the Mugen. So I don't know if it's just a different track setup or if it's driving style. See what brand of the track you intend to run supports and go that route. So parts won't be an issue if needed. That's a good one too. Don't do what I did and wimp out on an RTR and get you a kit, boss. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that Serpent kit. Or Serpent RTR, it's a good one. I was looking at your chassis and the oil starts halfway up your tuned pipe. So like coming from this area, I mean, I can't tell if this is from the pipe itself or from the excess oil that was blowing around. We can take this apart and see what kind of condition this one's in as well. I would still get a good used kit build, brand new engine and very good servos. Yeah, that's the way I like to do it. Get a decent kit, a decent, mid-level and up engine, and then some good electronics, and just go have fun. What are the top 5 truggies? Well, right now, Techno, X-Ray, Mugen, and then there's be a debate between Losi and Kyosho. But again, a lot of it's preference. Come on, get off there. Found it. Good call, Fly High. Good call, brother. I'm going to say more than likely that is the issue. It's probably one of the things where you don't see a lot of it right in the immediate area because it's just blowing it everywhere. But yeah, that gasket is done. And that's probably the original from when I got this like a year ago. I haven't run it that much. So it probably dried out while it's set. And then I just blew the shit out of it running it. But it seems like it's dry rotted. Definitely need to clean this guy up, get it shiny again. $40K RPM, things fly. Yes. Good night, Grandma. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it. Change your gaskets after every gallon. Yeah, I should get into a better habit of that. As a basher, you don't really think about things like that. But if you're gonna get into racing, yeah, you gotta get better with the maintenance. Well, $10 says there's my problem. Keeps reliability up. Yes, sir. Yep. Good maintenance is always a good good for reliability and longevity. Just at my strange on your chassis. Yeah, no, good call, man. Good seeing it. Cause yeah, like right there where that exhaust sits, like there in the plastic mud guard, it is covered as well. So man, good eye on that. I really appreciate it. I mean, eventually I would have gotten to that, but good call, brother. Good call. All right. I need to dig out some gaskets. Wrong style. Shit, might be getting to the point where I need to buy some more. I know I've got more than this. I don't know that OS one's any good. I got a bunch of Savage gaskets. Okay, so we'll definitely need to invest in some gaskets. Let's see what else we got. So this one's been used, but it's not, like there's nothing wrong with this one, it's just a little dirty. I think this one will get us by until I can pick some up. There's nothing wrong with the RC8B4 either, brother. Like I said, man, they're all good. It's all about preference. It's good it was nothing expensive, exactly. Very good. I'm just hoping that this one here fixes it. For now, anyways. You always want to lube your gasket. Hope it wasn't. I think it's just like a squirting bubbles, because when I push on it, you can hear it kind of pop. Just want to make sure it's not the gasket tearing. You know, it makes sense the way it was driving, because anytime I've had the gasket leaking, usually it's just like a small lean. So it kind of makes sense. So we'll do until you get some. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. A lot better than the one you removed. Yes. Go on, hey man, and order you a few of the Protex. You're into race now. You need plenty. Oh, I know, man. I'm gonna order them by the dozen. Yeah, now that I know I'm out, I thought I had a few more than that, but I guess I was seeing just the Savages. Let's see. That should be right. I like my new spring puller. Comes in very handy. You know what? I bet I even have. I've probably got like an exhaust, like a little bag of parts out of a new exhaust that might even have some gaskets. But I think this one here is going to do just fine. It'll be a quick, easy replacement if this one here is no good. But yeah, pretty sure that was the culprit. But now I gotta wash everything really good. I hate when shit's covered in oil. You guys want to go hang out at the sink with me? So, I know a couple of you probably heard me talk about using WD-40 to get these clean. Like, this isn't so dirty that the Dawn won't work, but I just want to show you. And then, like, you can literally see the blue oil and all the grease just come squirting out of it with that WD-40. Like, I don't think they intended for this to be a degreaser, but it sure does work as one. Get you in a better position here. So like it'll take all the blue color from the filter oil. That's just from the WD-40. But yeah, if they set for a while or you get a used one and it's all gummed up, but that foam is still good and not falling apart, and like I've had it to where the Dawn does absolutely nothing. It's just a sticky mess, and that WD-40 will just take it out instantly. Well, anyways, now that everything is just soaked in oil, dirt, crud, and releasing all that WD-40 and oil in here has made the water nasty. So we're going to start over. Dude, this thing is just covered in a layer of oil now. What's up, brother? Leo, what's up? That's the love juice from the last Smurf. Because you obviously haven't been reading my comments. Don't have you... Oh, let's see here. This June. Why, what's up, brother? What happened? I read your comment about the gasket. I had a feeling it was the gasket too, man. Well, I hope you're still here, brother. I'm sorry, the comments get going fast and I don't see them all, but I did read the one where you said you thought it was the gasket. Well, I hope he comes back. He's a good dude. Yeah, sometimes, guys, I don't see the comments because I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, and then they get to scrolling pretty fast. And even if I scroll past your comment, sometimes I don't see them. But I thought I said, I thought I commented on him talking about the gasket. I don't know. If I missed it, I'm sorry, brother. Hope you stick with us. And on these boots, just got to be gentle with it. You don't want to poke a hole in it. I know some people are probably worried about this water getting down in the bearings, but I'm going to hit it with WD-40. Everybody knows what WD-40 stands for. Water displacement. Gotta make sure you get as much water out as possible and then get plenty of oil back in there. And be careful, don't drop it. Catching up on comments now. Let's talk about the comment where he spoke to mods. I don't know. Like I said, I wasn't able to catch everything, so. Let's see, none of the mods took time to shout him out. Yeah, I don't know what, Lotus. I was busy. I'm ashamed to say it, but I've used Head and Shoulders shampoo to clean filters. Seem to work okay. Hey man, as long as it works. Here's all the comments. Even if he ends up 10 minutes behind the chat. Yep, I'd try anyways. Cleans the conditions. No dandruff on that engine. It didn't have any dandruff. I like the compliment while on the track. Someone says, gee, your filter smells terrific. I'm just so happy that this thing is not all oil anymore. Or very little anyways. Yeah, Dawn works great. But for those that hard to get grease that Dawn just won't get it, try WD-40. It's actually a really good degreaser. Alright, I'm gonna set you guys back up over here. And I think I need to turn the air conditioner up because I'm getting hot. Cleans ducts, it can clean a filter. Yep. I've only had a few filters where Dawn wouldn't cut through the sticky grease that was on it. You know, after years it gets gummy. And if that filter's not falling apart, I'll sure try to clean every bit of that dirt out of it and use it. And that's where the WD-40 comes in handy. See if I can get this off without tearing it up. I want to get this off here so I can make sure there's no water left in there, but that thing's on there tight. Come on, hook. Don't tear it. Well, if it's that hard to get off, maybe it didn't let any water in. See the commercial now? Duck stuck in the oil. Dude comes running and grabs the RZ cord instead. Oh wow, toss them in the laundry. I've never done that. Like I said, Dawn's always worked for me on that aspect. Yeah, definitely gonna need to look into getting a new O-ring. Just get a whole carb rebuild kit. Alright, so the carb is clean. Springs are probably still covered in oil. Feel this live stream needs the soft sound of the EKG machine from the operating room. No, that would just sound like we're on life support. That'd be even worse than what it really is. That's how Leo gets himself to sleep at night. Puts on sounds of the EKG. All right. I think that's just about everything. There's only 50 cc's of nitro stat. We think it's gonna pull through. All right. Let's see, what am I forgetting? Oh, WD-40. Just want to make sure I get the water out of the bearings. Canned air will keep you from blowing on it. Yeah, very true. Me blowing on it's a lot cheaper though. Some people enjoy blowing on RCs so much they give it the blow job every time they run it. Not this guy. Four-pack Sam's. He's at it shaking your cans and blowing your nitros. I mean, you know. And by the looks of it, at least this rear bearing, I'm pretty sure it's ceramic. I don't know if you guys can tell. They're black balls. I think the front one's steel, though I can see them shining. I can leave mine dirty for a little while, that's not true. Right? What's next? Polishing your pipe? It may be. I know that's what keeps you guys coming back. Shaking my cans, blowing my nitros, and polishing the pipe. That's for members only. Well, we just picked up a new member tonight, so anybody else that wants to join in on the fun, Brandon will tell you it's not so bad. Nice and smooth. Hopefully oil free when we're done. It's got a nice golden color to it. What's up, off the guy? How you doing, brother? Yeah, all aspects. I know you can get some pretty good compressors from Lowe's, Home Depot, or even Harbor Freight's got decent compressors. I have one that's battery powered. I just didn't have room to bring it. So even less than that on Amazon. The little bashing I do is canned air is fine. Yes, sir. Started sounding camp in here. Is that why you jumped in so quick? I've been thinking of getting one of these new battery blower duster things. I hear good things about them. Let's try to get some lugging around compressors, not the best thing. I've actually got like a Milwaukee battery powered one, like a 2.5 gallon. I think it's up to like 100 or 120 psi. What were all those engines you had at the sink? What do you mean all the engines I had at the sink? You ever started one of those in the house? No. No sword fighting. All in here, right? No sword fighting. Came in and stopped it. Uh-huh. No, I wouldn't start one inside the house. One, I don't want to breathe the fumes. Two, being I'm in an apartment here on this out-of-town job, I don't want to disturb the neighbors. And at home, Mama would kill me. The purple heads? Oh, well, they're up on the counter. And they're all for the savages, basically. Eventually, I'll get them all in there running. So sit back and watch and even know. What's up, Nick? How you doing, brother? Fire something up. I can't. Mama can't get you. She's 19 hours away. But no, I got neighbors that would be very happy. What's the quickest way to get out of a relationship? Pro tip. Now, I've been married for like, this August will be our 20th anniversary. So I definitely don't want to muck that up. But we've actually been together since like, well, on and off since '93. I know that makes me sound really old. I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this. Just he won't start moving. I ask him every stream to light up the Mugen that I'm buying. Oh, that's funny shit. It does. How old are you? 71, 25? No. Still trying to recoup from a race day. Sore. I know it's amazing how sore you get from going to the damn track. But like the one I'm at now, like it's so lopsided. You know, the ground's so rough. You get sore pretty quick running around on that thing. And then again, I do more walking than driving, so it wears me out pretty quick. Gonna be 104 here this weekend in Dixon. Now it's gonna be hot as Satan's balls in Arizona. Yeah, it's gonna be warm. I try to stay in the shade. I'm gonna try and get at least a few more weekends in before it gets super hot. And again, I can start running as early as 8 o'clock, or even they do. At some point, they're gonna start doing like Saturday evening races. So that'll be nice. Once the sun goes down, it's not near as bad. Nice 70 degrees here. Hell yeah. Come visit, bring nitros. Travis says, I think I just saw why your back plate was so hard to get off. That Loctite, squirt in the hole, spread out, just put it on your screws. Well, I mean, I put it in the holes to make sure that it's on the screws and not like doesn't, so it doesn't get rubbed off as I'm putting it down in there. But no, I mean, I do that on all of them. Some are loose and some aren't. This one has a really good seal. And yeah, it probably helps lock it in there, but that's fine. I mean, it's not breaking it. But I have found that whenever I put it on the screws, they go to put it in there, I always rub it off. Because I'm sliding it down through the hole. But I don't know, I've just done it that way for years. I don't remember who it was, but I may even do it up here on the head. I saw somebody doing it. I don't remember what their explanation was, but I remember at the time thinking, "Oh, that makes sense." So I just started doing it. But I think we found the culprit within the gasket where the pipe meets up with the header. Name Renegade RC does it. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of that guy, but I've seen somebody way back in the day, and I don't remember what the reason for it was, but I remember every time I go to slide the screws through, it seemed like all the Loctite would come back out. So I figured if I put it down in the threads, it would stay. I mean, some people run Loctite, some people don't. I just know I've had issues, especially on the engine portion, without running the Loctite. So I always do. I think it was Adam Drake even said that he puts it on the little screw that holds the carburetor in this guy. Usually there's a washer there, and it's like it's like a, I mean, it's a pinch bolt anyway, so there's pressure on it. It should hold. But yeah, some people put it on there. So tighten down the holes. Effing a guy. I keep thinking it's effing a guy. That's messed up. Lots of trigger words in the chat down in the hole on the head. Yeah, we should cut that back 20% there. There's Family Channel, never know when Lily could be watching. Thank you, Lotus. I mean, she hears worse things than that, but yeah, thank you. Never Loctite the screws for your cooling head. Just crank the shit out of the screws. Man, I've always Loctited them. And now that you're trying to curse me, now I'm going to have one strip out, but I usually have pretty good luck on that. There's been a couple times that I didn't, and they actually come loose right in the middle of me running, so I just always do. It is what it is. I know I got like one of the little car boots. Keep crap out of there. Loctite should be on an engine. It is the front screw for the clutch belt. You know, and then I hear the opposite of that. I always put it on there because I've had those come out as well. As long as you can get it down inside the threads and it's not on the bearing. But yeah, everybody's got a different opinion. Everybody's got a different experience. I mean, it is what it is. Like Adam Drake says to put Loctite here, but not here. I don't remember if he said to put it there, but you know, it just, everybody's got a different opinion on it. But I know from personal experience, if I don't run Loctite on half this shit, it's gonna come apart while I'm running. Been there, done that. I feel like I'm missing a washer. Where did it go? I could use another washer on there. Or shim. It's a shim. Perfect. Keep going until the screw stops. Same thing with the flat roll nut. Oh, reliable. Just gotta be careful not to strip the screw or damage the underhead. Yes, that is true. You know, and with that blue Loctite, I mean, you know, if it feels like it doesn't want to come out, put some heat on it. It'll loosen it up and it'll come out. Every time that I have screwed up and either stripped a tool or stripped the screw, it's because I didn't heat it up. So if it's not coming, heat it up. That screw that broke off because I cranked on it. Would be a bitch to get off. Yes. Right, stay when I fire my engines and warming up the pits. Always grab the cooling head to see if there's any rocking. Yeah, I mean, totally. Never had that happen, but like NA says, everyone has their own way. Yep, everybody has their own experiences with it and their own way of doing it. I mean, yeah, there's right and wrong ways to everything, but and the importance of having a good tool, you know, if you got a shit driver, you're going to strip the screws out regardless. I mean, you guys see me cranking on that Baja that one night. Like, most screws and tips would have been jacked up from that. It's like it pushes that thing down quite a ways before it actually slides over it. That just doesn't seem right. Stay on there. Oh shit, I put it back. Put the gasket in the header first and then slide it over the port while I push. You know, I never tried it that way. Thanks for the tip. Hell, now I got it on there and all lubed up. We'll try it next time. It's already on there. I hate when the hook goes the opposite way of the natural curve to the spring. There's that portion of it. Northeast Moss, I don't know, Loctite my engine. Only thing I've ever had loosen up was the car bolt. Yeah, I've had this screw come out in the middle of driving. I've had these loosen up. I've had the back plate screws come out. I don't know, maybe I didn't have it tight enough to begin with, but I decided not to take any more chances with it and just Loctite it. Like I said, if you got a good driver with a good tip and using good screws, should be good to go. You guys are trying to curse me. There's enough room between sleeve and bolt in the block. Huh. What a miss. There's a chance of tearing the gasket that way. Oh, put it inside the header first. You'll have to try that next time. Probably can fix that for you. A broken screw. I went up in screw size before and drilled it and retapped it. The threads. Yeah, I hate doing that. Such a pain in the ass. You had to ask for some Loctite at the track a couple weekends ago, and this one kid saw me putting it on that, on the end of it for the clutch belt. He goes, "You're not supposed to put Loctite there," and I was like, "Well, why not?" And he's like, "Because you get it in the bearing." And I was putting it down in the threads, and I was like, "That's why you put it down inside the threads." And another guy was sitting, he's like, "Yeah, you should Loctite that so it doesn't come out." I'm like, just do you, boo boo. All right, what time is it? 7? Let's do a little cleaning of the buggy and see what we got. Got a nasty mess is what we got. thing's nasty. Here, pretty soon I'm definitely going to have to strip this down and completely clean it. Man, one thing I like about these Technos, you just take out that whole electric tray, the engine's out, you got no worries. Squeaky sound is not a good sound. Somewhere this shock is leaking. Yeah, this car will be stripped down pretty soon and cleaned very well. It's nasty. Does Nitro compound do not have an air compressor? They do, but this last weekend they were all down at Thornhill, and you know they've got the keys to fire up that big old huge compressor that generator that runs everything. So they weren't there, didn't get to use the air or any electricity. There's a couple people there that had generators, but not hooked up to an air compressor. Man, it seems like all day long while you're there, there's always somebody over at that compressor blowing off their buggy. But yeah, it needs a good blow job. I get really lucky and drill it out without a retap process. Yeah, if you get it centered up just right, but that's a pain in the butt. Yeah, they didn't take it to Thornhill with them. I just didn't have any way of firing up the generator. I'd almost pull the servos and throw it in the shower. Oh, I'm going to. I'll probably do it after this next weekend. Just pull off the whole electronics tray and pull off the rear end, pull off the front end, and then wash everything separately. Dry it out real good, put it back together. Use a big paintbrush to scrub. Yeah, I got a couple different brushes that I use for that. Just use the girlfriend's toothbrush. Sounds like Leo's had some woman problems. But I can understand why. But yes, so she is very dirty. This weekend they should be back. I'll get it cleaned off. By the looks of that car, I will tear the chassis down and clean every screw that's squeaking. It's like nails on a chalkboard. Yep. I just don't want to do it yet. I'm gonna do it after this next weekend. Nice and smooth. Squeaking equals resistance. I know. I know. I know, brother. I'm gonna get it taken care of. The drivetrain's good. It's just the suspension that's squeaky. But yes, I know that affects how it performs as well. I get it. When you ask your girlfriend to do an HPI and she thinks a new sexual term, is that bad? What would be an HPI in sexual terms? That's kind of funny. Yeah, these are some of the few screws that I actually put Loctite right on the threads. That's just because I can get it to the threads a lot quicker. Not as much shit in the way to rub the Loctite off. And just a little bit of dirt in the hinge pin, it'd be alright. Your sharp bushings or seals. Do what? Over sharp bushings or seals. Oh, you're talking about the dirt? Oh, I'm sure. It's got boots. But yeah. You know you're sleeping on the couch when you bring out the after run oil. All right, Travis, have yourself a good night, brother. Appreciate you hanging out with us. Take her easy. There. Clean fuel lines. Come on, turn. There. You got any more? That's better. Yeah, like the angle it was pulling it and it was rubbing up against the center diff. All right. I guess we got this one last screw here. All the air filter components are drying, so we're not going to put that back on tonight. All right, well, hopefully that solved our oil spitting problem. Maybe I can get a full day's run out of it this next weekend. I'm going to really focus on running this one. I'm not going to have the other one completely set up yet, the new one. So I probably won't be running it this weekend, but I got some shit coming for it. So definitely do stay tuned in this coming up week. Tomorrow night, I may even see about getting the engine fit in the new one tomorrow night. So, but anyways, I've been out here long enough. Just tell the neighbors your cat wanted to heat. No, what? Quarter-inch hose out the window, fired up. I know. I don't even spend this much time cleaning up my cup holder in the car nowadays. Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you all enjoyed. Same time, same place tomorrow, and then hopefully we have a good race session this coming up weekend. This car was actually hooking up, and I was able to stay on my lines. If I could just keep everything in the groove and keep my engine from spitting oil, I could get some practice time in and maybe, just maybe, crawl my way out of freaking last place. Sorry. But yeah, so appreciate you. You guys have yourselves a good night. Much love to everyone, and peace.